Greetings, my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope everybody is doing okay. Hope you're all enjoying this beautiful day. So, in this video, I have a couple of stories for us to take a look at. Now, we see where Cricket West Indies, they have approved the historic governance reforms that was on the table for quite some time, right? They had a special meeting and they approved it. Going to talk a little bit on that. Plus, later on today, the West Indies Championship returns, right? Round three gets underway. So we'll take a look at the teams. Going to be talking about who they will be playing, and we'll also zoom in on a couple of players. So just give a listening ear until the end and let me know what you all think in the comment section. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. All right, let us start with this thing from CWI, taking it from the Sportsmax website, so all credit goes to them. The headline says, Cricket West Indies approves historic governance reforms at special meeting. Right? A couple days ago, I did a video and, I spoke about this whole governance reform and some of the things that they're trying to achieve. You can pull the videos. I have them in the archives here. You can pull it and take a look at what all of this thing is about. Not going to go back through everything. All right? But one thing is for sure, though, Dr. Shallow had indicated that whether or not people who have been avoiding meetings, whether or not they turn up, they were going to, the plan was for them to go full speed ahead with their new plans. So I guess everybody is on board. So let us read here. So it says, Cricket West Indies has officially passed a landmark set of governance reforms aimed at modernizing the organization, enhancing accountability, and ensuring long-term sustainability. They said the reforms were approved at a special meeting of members of Cricket West Indies on Sunday, February 9, 2025, right? So a couple days ago. It says, among the most significant changes is the introduction of term limits for the positions of president and vice president. They say restricting them to a maximum of 3 terms of 3 years each. Additionally, the term length for these positions has been extended from 2 years to 3 years, a change that will take effect starting with the next CWI selection in March 2025. Right, so CWI President Kishore Shallow, he is the man that is spearheading a lot of this, right? So he actually hailed the members for getting this up and running. So this is him here, and I quote, with the implementation of a long overdue term limits and critical governance reforms, we are taking a bold and uncompromising step toward stronger, more transparent, and accountable leadership. For years, governance has been at the heart of regional debate, with stakeholders demanding change. These changes lay the foundation for a more dynamic and forward-thinking institution, one that truly serves the best interests of West Indies cricket. End quote for now. Right, so that is Dr. Shallow there, my people, saying that all of what they are putting in place here is to make sure that CWI is moving like a modern organization. Make sure that people can see that they are transparent and fair. That is what he's saying. Now, let me just remind you of some of the key reforms. So these are some of the key reforms implemented. Board and leadership structure. That's one. Introduction of more female independent directors to enhance gender representation in decision making. We all know how that goes these days, when it comes on to them sort of things. There's an implementation of a strategic governance committee, reduction in the number and size of committees, increased involvement of independent committee members, strengthening of recruitment and selection process to ensure best qualified candidates fill leadership positions. That's what they're saying. They also say that they want to make sure that they're looking at ethical and compliance measures, right? So quite a few things, my viewers and subscribers. According to them, there are also going to be public release of annual reports and audited financial statements to enhance transparency and accountability. Yeah, that would definitely be good. That is probably something that will attract sponsors so they can actually see where their money is going. You understand? So, let me just take a look at this next part here. So, Dr. Shallow, he also spoke about all the shareholders saying that, it's good to have everybody on board. So, this is him, and I quote, "For decades, I have championed the term limits in leadership, ensuring fresh ideas and new energy at the helm. While the decision was not unanimous, every territorial board stands united in strengthening our organization, upholding transparency, and securing a brighter future for West Indies cricket." So according to him, the main stakeholders, they are on board. He's saying that there are a couple of people that were tagging in another direction, in the next direction, but according to him, they got there in the end, and they are there. All right, so let's take a look at some regional cricket. So today, the West Indies Championship returns, and we will have Barbados Pride taking on the Jamaica Scorpions. Right, so Barbados Pride versus Jamaica Scorpions. Leeward Islands Hurricanes versus Trinidad and Tobago Red Force. Windward Islands Volcanoes versus Combined Campuses and Colleges. Guyana Harpy Eagles versus West Indies Academy. So that is how it's looking there, my viewers and subscribers, for what's going to happen later on today. So yeah, let me just remind you of the table. So Leeward Island Hurricanes, they are at number 1 on 45.4 points. Guyana Harpy Eagles, 45.2 points in second. Third, Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, 44.4 points. Jamaica Scorpions in fourth on 29.4 points. Barbados Pride, they are fifth with 28.6 points. Combined Campuses and Colleges, they are sixth with 7.2 points. And Windward Islands Volcanoes, they are seventh with 5.6 points. And the West Indies Academy, with the youngsters, they are at 8th with 4 points. So that is how things are actually looking right now as round 3 gets on the way. Gonna leave it right here for now, but you know how we do it. At the end of the day's play, we will come and have a chat. Big up.